Gautam, we've heard about your promise to the Maharashtra government. You're setting up a new plant, and you're contributing to the Make in India story. Tell us a little bit about the ease of setting up manufacturing units in India, in Maharashtra. Again, for a 91-year-old group and your leadership of 15 years, how has the situation and the ecosystem changed?
Well, I think the Prime Minister's initiative, Make in India, is a fantastic initiative. India is a cost-competitive country, and coupled with the fact that we are working in Maharashtra with Shri Fadnavis ji, who's really proactive in what he's doing, along with his whole team, we decided to invest in Maharashtra. We were actually looking outside Maharashtra, but I think the Maharashtra government moved very quickly to secure our investment, and in 2 months from the time of announcing the project at Make in India, we finished the Bhumi Pujan and started the work, which I think talks a lot about ease of doing business. We did the Bhumi Pujan about a week ago, last Saturday, and we have committed to the Maharashtra government that we will get the plant started before 31st of March. Now, the government has also assured us that any hurdles that might come in the way, they will help expedite and clear.
That's by 2017?
Yes, 31st March 2017. And I believe them. I am optimistic that we should get this plant fully commissioned in less than 11 months from now. 11 months and a bit. And I think that will send a good signal. We have a master plan of our investment in Amravati. On the basis of Raymond's investment in Amravati, I think many more companies have come. And I think together, all of us will help in the development of Amravati.
What are the, when you travel abroad and, you're also positioning Raymond as a global brand, how do you see India, how is India seen in your view across the world with some of your partners?
Well, I mean, today everybody's eyes are on India. I was talking to a senior business leader yesterday. I spent some time with the gentleman. He says, everybody's waiting with a check to give us to invest in India.
Right.
So at some level, the belief in India is more outside India than here. People outside really believe in this country. And if you actually look at it from a macro point of view, where are you going to put your money? Brazil, Venezuela, South Africa, Europe. I still think India is the best destination to invest.
So which means that would you be looking at, you mentioned Ethiopia, but would you be looking at acquisitions or growth, either selling your products or setting up plants or acquiring brands globally?
Well, right now our focus is the domestic market. So we have a large focus on the domestic market, plus we've got this whole focus of exports. We want to service our customers better. So Ethiopia is really to service our customers better.
Right.
I think Middle East is a big market for us, where we have a plan to double our business there. Bangladesh is big, Sri Lanka. So we are staying within this region. I don't want to move to Europe because it looks good and launch a brand in Europe.
But there's also very strong middle class emerging in Africa, in East Africa to be specific.
So we've opened up an office in Dubai.
Right.
And Dubai and Ethiopia as a combination will be our gateway to Africa. Ethiopia, for many people don't know, is the UN headquarters of Africa. So
it's
a gateway to Africa.
Right, I know.
So our first investment, I think, will start in January 2017 in Ethiopia. And from that, whilst we will service the US and Europe markets, can we use that to service Africa? And with an office in Dubai, I think that will become a good strategy to enter that market.
And that would make a lot of sense because all the brands that you have, because you have the elite, you have the smart young middle class, so it would in that sense map very well with your product suite as well.
Yeah.
One final point, Gautam, 15 years from hence, where would you like to see Raymond's? How different would Raymond be 15 years later than today?
I think that's a very tough question to answer, because I think the world is changing at a pace that we are not able to understand. I can tell you where we'll see it in 3 years, But I think every year or 2 years you need to sit down and evaluate the pace of change. I don't think 3 years ago you would have predicted the disruptive change by e-commerce. And what will happen 3 years from now is very difficult to tell.
But that's a good learning also for a leader like you, because it means that you may have a 5 or 7 year plan, but now you have to bring it down to just 3 years and focus on the next 3 years.
Yeah, so our immediate plans are 2020. We have a document for 2020. We'll revisit in 18 and make it 2022. So you'll have to keep doing, because who would have predicted such volatility in currencies, oil prices? These have disruptive changes. I mean, we don't see companies go bankrupt any longer. We see countries go bankrupt. If you look, take on a macro level, if you look 3 years ago, we were looking at investing in Brazil. Had we done it, I mean, and everything looked great,
True.
Had we done it, you would have lost your shirt. 3 years ago, everybody only spoke about China. Now they speak about China in a very different tone. So see how quickly things have changed.
That's a very important point.
Look at commodity prices.
Yeah,
look at the
absolutely.
collapse of commodity prices. So this is all something you and me can't predict.
So what will 2020 be for Raymond's?
Well, we have a vision in doubling sales, increasing profitability, market share. We've set down some criteria of where we want to be, how our power brands will succeed,
And perhaps launch new brands.
No, we don't want to launch new brands today because we believe we've got Raymond and Park Avenue as two very strong brands. Rather than invest money in launching a new brand, I'd put that money to push these brands because they've done the hard work. Now they're on the home stretch. So I'd rather push the horse on the home stretch than try to take him through the.
Okay, bet on a new horse.
Yeah, on a better new horse.
Right. Thanks very much, Gautam, for being with us today, and our best wishes for not just Vision 2020, but perhaps Vision 2035 as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thanks.